I know a lot of you guys be missing the show, but you know what they say? Good results needs... Okay. Okay, let's see my to-do list. Take a shower, check. Play some Game Boy games, check. Wait 10 months after the last episode and make my friends pissed, check and check. Oh, make a freaking episode finally. That's a new one. Let's just do that.
Guess who's coming back and bringing their friends? Absolutely.
Greg, who's back with a brand new guess. I know it's been a long time, guys. I've been quite busy since we arrived back from Hungary. But here we are. A new episode about... That was some weird headache. So as you might all know, we visited Hungary last summer. If you were one of the lucky ones, we did not meet. We went from Mexico City to Querétaro by bus. It took roughly 3.5 hours. Now, I gotta tell you, buses are not like the ones we have in Hungary.
It is a race for time, what I'm doing here.
Remember this? It was such a great joke, yeah. My smile wasn't too honest when we arrived at the airport and Moni's luggage was like me after Christmas, 9 kilos overweight. 9! 9! I wish I had a video of that because it must have been so hilarious how we were panicking. Moni asked the Lufthansa guy who was standing outside. He said that if we paid him, he would make sure that they let our luggage through. Now, since I am a law-abiding citizen, of course I said, how much? Actually no, because we had a connecting flight and I didn't want to have troubles in Germany. So Moni said that I should ask, because they are usually nicer to people who speak English, at least at the airport.
This is a hold-up. Reach for the ceiling. You better say it. Your voice is stronger.
So I did, and to my surprise, they said the weight limit was 25 kilos instead of 23. Yay! Did you know? You can bring 25 kilos of stuff in your checked-in luggage, you can bring 10 kilos of clothes and the like in your cabin luggage, and you can bring 5 kilos of shame in your fanny pack. So knowing that we're allowed 10 kilos in our cabin luggage, the big Tetris championship started, and we tried to shove most of our clothes in our backpack. It was great. I felt kind of like this. But then... Damn! Anyway, so we left. The flight was a bit delayed, but everything was okay. We flew from Mexico City to Frankfurt, Germany, an extremely slow pit stop here, and then we were on our flight to Budapest. So, Budapest. If you remember, we didn't know at the time if we would have to go to quarantine or not. Now in Germany, everything was okay. Then we have arrived in Hungary and they sent everyone into a narrow hallway. And no one told us what would happen. I saw in front of the queue, well, I wouldn't really call it a queue. It was more like cows in a slaughterhouse. Come everyone! Get your COVID now! There was 3 policemen. Long story short, we showed our American vaccination card, our passport, and that was it. And they let us through, we didn't have to go to quarantine. At the airport, Aaron picked us up. Unfortunately, only Moni took videos.
I can't make it.
I just got the info. We do have actual footage of Aaron picking us up.
Szokásos rollerjével jön vissza.
Finally we arrived to Mumbai.
Hell yeah.
And here is our Yay! See ya!
Very next day, we walked a bit. And met up with the guys at their usual spot. It was very nice to see everyone. Let's take a brief look back at that evening. Nice. The next day we walked. And walked. And we walked some more.
Walk it. like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I
We were hanging out here with the guys. The view was pretty great.
like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it.
Oh, and let's not forget about our favorite girl in the world.
He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. She had a pretty face, but her head was up in space. She needed to come.
I'm not sure she liked us. Oh yes, and sorry, have I told you that we also walked? Then you won't believe what happened. I mean, I'm not even sure if I should show you this footage, but here we go, I guess. That's right. We had some burgers and then we tried Patrick's homebrew beers, but we'll get back to that in another episode. Later that evening, Marco invited us to a nice pub. What a great friend, am I right? Well, that's exactly what I thought. Until we just arrived and he immediately asked us to pay for their tab of 20k. I mean, what do you guys think they asked for to pay that much? Some wine, food, and some surf lessons?
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be served.
Jokes aside, the evening was quite great. Moni complimented people I didn't even know.
Yay! It's a beautiful woman.
I was swearing for no particular reason.
He's very happy.
Because we just met some idiot.
Yeah.
And Marco was searching for his beer.
¿Dónde está mi cerveza?
We were walking home completely sober, then it started raining. We were running home at 5 o'clock in the morning, took a hot shower, while Moni was singing Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears on repeat for half an hour.
I did it again.
Just the usual evening/morning. Why didn't you ask for a taxi, you might ask? Don't. Just please don't. Now, after all that, we were ready to visit my family in Gyöngyös. I wasn't tired at all. Now, the great thing about Moni is that no matter how tired she is, she can just continue where she left off with the whole Oops, I Did It Again thing.
Happy birthday, dear Gabon.
The great thing about me, on the other hand, is that I'm exceptional at showing my emotions.
Yeah. Pussy, pussy.
Then we went to Miskolc with my dad to visit my uncle, just a quick day trip.
Don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out or looked down on.
A beszélés az úgyse lesz benne. Most már te is benne vagy.
We got back to Gyöngyös and we played Mario Golf with my dad.
Három éves erővel kell ülni.
Mi ez édes, ugye?
A maximum. Nem, nagyon meg, mert én kicsit csináltam a kicsivel, az ment 6 méter.
We were clearly having fun. And then... This headache is just...
Are you ready for this?